We're live.
Cheers, everybody. Welcome back to Cask 529. I'm Bryan.
And I'm Shona.
And we are a little backwards tonight.
We are. Our friend Andy has been here helping Bryan get some new mics and audio set up. So hopefully you will hear us and we will not be disconnected again.
Hopefully our audio will be on point.
Yes.
Moving forward.
We've had to make a few changes. Bryan's feeling out of sorts tonight. He's on the other side. Not having his corner.
True audio, here's what you need kind of guy fashion. Andy has got mics in places that we didn't even know we needed mics. So I don't know what you guys might hear. I apologize. So Bourbon and Ball said sounds great.
Awesome. Good deal.
Thanks, Charlie. Appreciate that. Anybody catch what's in the Glen Wednesday earlier tonight? Shona was a little surprised.
I was really surprised.
So if I go to the chat here, we've got Keith Glandon, Tamara Adams, Life from the Patio, Big T, Jonesy, John Shank. He may or may not be here. He was traveling back to his hotel room. Cheers to all you guys. Cheers to Bourbon Kitty. Rob, the SS Supervisor. Cheers to you, sir. Thanks for joining us. A little old fashioned. Bourbon Kitty, I already said. Alan Adams. Rick Moreland. Charles. Mark Scott. Cheers to you. Thanks you guys for all joining. Mitch Adams. Cheers to you. A little old fashioned, I believe I already said. This is Lord J. Bourbon and Balls, Charlie. Cheers, sir. Thanks for joining us. There's Jaden. Thank you for joining us. Chip. Cheers to you. Thanks for joining us. And my list just skipped.
I see we have Joe B and Miker and Terry and George.
Got a Matt B in
Mr.
there.
Richie J.
Matt thinks we need to turn on the mirror setting on the computer to
Put us back
where we belong.
And,
cheers to Wilmington Piper.
And Rick, I know there was no sound in the beginning. We were messing around with trying to get some audio stuff done. We will get that back, so I apologize. We will work on that. We just had to reset up some things.
Cheers to George Woodcock. Thanks for joining us, sir. And guys, I apologize if I'm missing anybody, but my trackpad is jumping. There's Terry. Cheers to you. Yep. I recognize that name this time. Miker. Joe B. William Hall.
Okay.
Gandy Road. Cheers to you, sir. Thanks for joining us. Okay, guys. It's looking like we got a pretty good crowd for trivia tonight.
We do. So, just a quick update for anybody that's new out there. Tonight we're going to be playing 2 rounds of trivia questions, 10 questions each. The rounds tonight involve Top Gun, the original Top Gun movie. The second one is general whiskey trivia. We will be doing the blind 4 1-ounce pours blind tasting that whoever wins each round will get one shipped to you. We will also be doing the $5 super chat for another blind that will go out to whoever wins that for the super chats. For every 1,000 points accumulated during the month, you will also get the entry for the grand prize, which is this bottle of E.H. Taylor small batch that was donated by Mark and Casey Scott.
Thanks,
Shout
guys.
out.
Thanks for donating that for us.
And then also the 2 Cask 529 Glencairns. If you score a 529 during any round, you will receive an extra 1,000 points, which will get you an extra entry for the grand prize drawing at the end of the month, and 1,000 points towards being our 2025 Whiskey Trivia Champion, which will be given away at the very end of the year with your name on it. So you got to play all the time, get the most points.
That was a mouthful. Cheers to Barry Moreland. Thanks for joining us. Mr. Richie, I mentioned Lori earlier, but I don't think I mentioned you, sir. So cheers. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We're glad to have you all here.
Thank you, Wilmington Piper. I got you down. Just a quick rundown over last week's results. We have, and I have these posted out on the community tab, the Patreon page, and Discord. So we have Alan with 2 entries, Bourbon Kitty with 1, Bourbon Nerd with 1, Charles with 2, Charlie with 1, Father Fortenberry with 1, Gandhi with 1, George with 1, Hazmat with 1, Jaden with 2, Joe B with 1, John with 2, Keith with 2, Life from the Patio with 1, Lori with 1, Matt with 1, Mike with 1, Mitch with 1, skip down, Rick with 2, Rob with 2, Tammy with 1, Troy with 2, and Wilmington Piper with 1.
It's a lot of entries.
That is.
It's going to be a big wheel.
Yep. All right, I am.
Cheers to Wilmington Piper for the super chat entries. Get you a few ducks, 4 ducks on the pond there.
Yep. So tonight we are going to start with the Top Gun movie trivia. I'm going to get that up and going so you guys can enter.
Big cheers to Jill J for joining us tonight. Jill, I'm got a little tongue tied there. Glad to have you.
Switch the screen over real quick.
Bourbon Nerd, cheers to you, Marty. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm going to get the link out there in the chat. I'll get that pinned just in case anybody needs it. In case you can't see the screen.
Please go ahead and hit that like button. We'd appreciate it. Get this pushed out to as many people as possible.
Okay, the code is in the chat along with the link. Gandhi and Hunter, thank you very much. We've got you guys down.
Appreciate that.
All right, so as everybody gets entered in, I will tell you, if you haven't seen what's in the Glen Wednesday, Bryan truly did shock me this evening.
Got her. Got her.
I really couldn't believe that he opened that bottle without me knowing. Clearly, I wasn't upset because I was going to open it myself as well. But
I think she was upset that she didn't get to open it.
I think, yeah, it's always that cork pop, you know.
I think you just got to get up early in the morning and go do the legwork if you want to open it. I mean, that's what I think.
The legwork for paying for it doesn't matter.
Details. Just details.
Anyways, really enjoyable. If you didn't have a chance to watch it, please go watch it because you will see my shocked face.
She was.
Right
I
there.
think she was shocked. I think she was shocked when I didn't pull a sample out of the basket. Hey, cheers to Stephen Scone. Thanks for joining us, sir.
Yes.
She is just so accustomed to the jar or the bottle coming out of the basket, and she even made a point of telling me how many more bottles she had put in the basket tonight. And I thought it doesn't matter because I'm not going to pick one.
Shoot, and he didn't. All right, we have 25 people entered to play.
Cheers to Whiskey Sippers. Thanks for joining us, Todd.
We will get Rick. Thank you very much for that super chat.
Thanks to Charles for the super chat. Charles always likes to blame that what's in the Glen on me.
Mike, I do eventually one day want to go on that road trip with you guys. You know, just not that early.
Mike, did you hear that? Terry, Mark, I know you're in the chat too. Casey might be watching. I think we need everybody. Please document that.
Rick and Rob, thank you for those. I got your names down. All right, we have 28 people in there. I am going to go ahead and start. If anybody should enter late, please go ahead and sign in. You might have to wait a question for it to generate, but you can still play along.
Cheers to Rob for the super chat. Thank you, sir.
And good luck, everybody.
This is like the quickest quiz I ever took.
Yeah, so Bryan got a 90 on both exams this time.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
Both.
9 out
Yeah.
of 10 on both.
And the one I missed on the Top Gun was it was one of those ones where I thought the first answer I read fit, but there was a better one. Then I was mad. I was like, really?
Steven loved it tonight. He loved your What's in the Glen.
I did get her, didn't I, Stephen? She was shocked. That's been my favorite What's in the Glen episode, I think.
Did you hear that, Charles? He has a favorite.
Yeah, I'll give you that, Charles.
Okay, we have Charles in first with 89, Alan and Rob in second with 87. And then we have several people in third. Mitch, Tammy, Bourbon Hunter Lee, and Joe B. Good job.
Need those Navy aviation guys to step up. Cheers to G. Poppins. Thanks for joining us tonight, sir. Glad to have you. This is awkward looking over there.
I know. You're on the wrong side.
Yeah, I'm
all
like,
kinds
"Oh,
of out of
God."
place. This is kind of nice for me because it's like the way I need to work, the way I work at work.
You should change the way you work at work so you're more comfortable here.
Charles keeping the lead. Alan and Rob both in second. Tammy jumping up to third. Good job. G Poppins, you can still get in the trivia if you want to. I've pinned the link to the website, and the code is also in the trivia in the comments. It's 835103. And anybody else who may have just joined, feel free to jump on in. Charles keeping the lead, Alan in second, Rob in third.
Come on, Josh. Both sides are my good side. Charles. See what he wrote.
Shonda with a D.
Yeah.
That's what Bryan did.
Yeah, that's
T.
exactly what I did, T. But you know what? It's one of those deals where the quicker you hit the button, the more points you get. As long as it's the right answer. Cheers, David Tanko. I know I didn't mention you earlier.
Oh, good. He just found it. Okay, Charles still in the lead. Alan in second, and Charlie jumping up to third.
Anybody in the chat that I see Whiskey Sippers in there? Anybody in the chat that doesn't already follow Whiskey Sippers? Go give those guys a follow. They're going to be doing a pretty nice 1,000 subscriber giveaway next month.
And they're doing their first bottle pick as a channel tomorrow.
Barrel pick.
Barrel pick, sorry.
New riff Friday.
Oh yeah, it's Friday. No, I was thinking today's
You're rushing-
Thursday.
you're
I am
rushing.
rushing the
You're
week.
hoping.
Sorry. We also, I know we have bourbon and balls in there. We have Light from the Patio in there. Steven Scones in there. Everybody, go ahead and I think most of you have wrenches. Please go ahead and put your channel in there.
Get your links in there. I know we're trying to get Steven Scone up to 500 subscribers. Oh, Mary, all you can do is just get logged back in there.
Yep.
You might miss one or two questions, but
Yep, if you get logged back in, and if it makes you pick a different name, Mary, I'll be able to match it together. So we have Charlie coming in first, Troy in second, and Charles jumping down to third.
Whiskey Sippers put in the chat there, February 8th. February 8th is going to be their 1,000 subscriber giveaway. If you go to their channel, look back a couple videos, you'll see they explain everything, what they're giving away, how you can get entered for the stuff.
Okay, Mary. Yeah, if Rick has to pick a different name, I'll be able to match them together. Thank you. Okay. Charlie keeping that lead. Charles jumping back up in second, and Alan in third. I think this one might be the one that you
It's the one.
accidentally hit too.
Yeah, I got too anxious. Too anxious. I don't know why. I wasn't playing against anybody. That's right, David. You're going on that barrel pick too, aren't you, sir?
That would be a great time.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys will have. You guys are. I know you're going to have a ball.
So the code, Mary, is 835103. Okay, Charlie in the lead, Charles in second, Alan in third.
Cheers to Troy. Thanks for joining us.
Troy said missed it by 1. I wonder if he was close to 529.
Maybe. Either that or you missed going on the barrel pick.
Oh, maybe.
A lot of chatter going on about that, so that may be what he was talking about.
Charlie's keeping that lead. Charles in second, Troy in third. Oh, we have Jaden with a 529 at the moment, guys. I bet you he's going to be strategic.
I mean, if you just don't answer, will you not get any points, or what mess with you and give you like a point?
No, if you don't answer, you don't answer.
I think I'd go ahead and take the entry.
I really do like it over here in this corner
Well,
better.
I'm glad. I'm glad that you're enjoying your evening over there.
I am. Thanks for sharing it. Hey, Mike, Mike and Mark, you need to switch it up a little bit sometimes.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Mark looks good over there on this
Jaden,
side.
I'm intentionally tanking. No shame here, and I don't blame you.
Jaden, I don't blame you a bit, man. If I'd have landed on 529, I'd have pulled the plug.
Got Charlie in first, Charles in second, Troy in third.
Cheers to Thomas Anderson. Thanks for joining us tonight. Glad to have you.
And I believe this is the last question. for this round. We still have one more round of trivia to go after this one.
I gotta come over here, see how many people still need to answer.
Oh, over here?
Yeah. It's always over here, but it's not over there.
I kind of liked it you going that way. You're used to going that way.
Mm-hmm.
Bryan likes to take up the whole bar area. Hey, you have the good shelves this evening.
Oh, I do. I've got a plethora of bottles to drink from tonight.
All right, who is our winner? Charlie, congratulations.
Congrats, Charlie. Maybe a first time round winner. I don't remember actually, but I think maybe.
Great job. I'm going to export these real quick so I have them. Then let's see if anybody else got a 529. No, Jaden. Jaden's the only one with a 529. That's awesome.
Cheers to David Bass. It's all right. We're getting ready to start round 2, David.
Let me switch over real quick and I will get that converted
You'll
over.
get round 2 set up and get the information out there for everybody to enter. What's everybody drinking tonight? I'm drinking a little double oak Sagamore. One of my top several pours. Mike and I were in line at Woodford just Monday, and we were talking to a couple guys from Cincinnati, and so many people ask, what's your favorite pour? Man, I can't answer it. I can't ever answer it. I don't think I found it. Bourbon and Balls is drinking Propel.
Hey.
Mark is drinking Old Elk Weeded. Alan is drinking Knob Creek Single Barrel Reserve, 9-year. Maybe the whole Adams family is drinking that. He said Adams family after that. Todd, Jack Single Barrel Proof Rye. That is probably one of my favorite bottles. Joe B, Virtual Spirits Rye. Charles, I do have some double oak taste. I don't have much double oak taste.
Yep. I just put up the screen for the next set of trivia questions, which is just general whiskey trivia questions. Like I said, Bryan did score a 9 out of 10 on this when he took it, so I tried to make them easier. So.
And Gary, I think you're right. It really does depend on the mood, because I don't know what I sit down here and drink tonight. If I come down tomorrow night, it might not sound good to me.
Yep. That is true, because it depends on what you have for dinner, what you're eating, all kinds of things based on your mood. The temperature, if it's cold, if it's hot.
Hot, cold, and it's plenty cold right now. Wilmington Piper's drinking Four Roses Single Barrel. Mike, I thought that was Josh saying that to me, and I just kind of chuckled. Mike is telling Josh he needs to open some bottles.
Bryan has no trouble opening bottles, guys.
William Hall, I did. I watched Top Gun in the theater. It actually was influencer to my early career choices. I don't know why, but it was.
Terry just had the Penelope marshmallow toasted. That one sounds good.
Yeah, that does. Drinking some Old Forester.
Speaking of Penelope, has anybody had the new Penelope weeded yet?
Mike did pick up the new Castle Key weeded on Monday when we were down there. Found that at one of the stores. Jaden said Mark brings him luck. Steven's not sipping tonight. Trying to save his palate for the pick.
So John is drinking Bacardi and Coke. That actually sounds pretty good. Trying to get his palate back. Makers tomorrow. Rex is going to be disappointed. He won't be able to get through.
Not gonna be able to get up there. Oh, yeah.
He did. He
Thank
pushed
you
it
very
right
much.
open. All right, we have 30 people in there. I'm going to wait just another few seconds for everybody to get entered, if anybody's still waiting to get entered.
John, I'm just now seeing what Shona saw earlier about the Bacardi and Coke. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong at all. And just as a reminder for those who just joined, the winner of this round, the winner of the last round, we have a blind, a 4 1-ounce sample blind that the winners will be getting. We also have one ready to go. A $5 super chat will get you entered in for that if you're interested in that. If you are new to the whiskey night, the whiskey trivia, we play 4 rounds of trivia, 4 weeks throughout the month. This month's grand prize, which will be given the last Wednesday of this month, based on points that you score throughout the month. The grand prize will be this bottle of E.H. Taylor small batch that was donated by our friends Mark and Casey Scott, and then the 2 Cask 529 Glencairns. And at the very end of the year, you have a chance to become the 2025 Whiskey Trivia Champion, which Alan Adams was our 2024 champion. So I know he's trying to get the 2025 one as well.
And 24 was only a 4-month contest. We didn't start this until September, so he got the inaugural abbreviated version.
He did, but hey, he did great.
Yeah, he did. He lit it up.
Okay,
We've
I'm
got Thomas Anderson drinking on some Evan Williams eggnog mixed with early times bottled bond. That sounds pretty good, actually.
And I am starting the trivia. Good luck, everybody.
That sounds like a good deal, John, if you don't have to pay. Mr. Ritchie, thanks for the super chat, sir. Appreciate
Yes, sir.
that.
You hear how good the new mics are picking up?
Yeah, I'm guessing you guys probably heard the door at the top of the steps.
And you thought you could hear Rex chewing before? You're going to be
Yeah, you're probably going to really hear them now because, like I said, we've got mics.
Your producer.
Places
That's right.
Places we didn't know we needed mics. So, Shauna will have her own dedicated mic for the Friday Lives.
So we have Tammy, Charles, and Mark yeah in first, Alan in second, Bourbon Kitty, Wilmington, and Mitch in third at the moment. Good
Life
job.
on the patio didn't get a code. Missed the code. Let me see if I can find it.
I typed it in there. It's probably up there a little ways. 747080. Thanks, Rob.
Thank you, Rob. Gotta get Terry entered.
Yes. It may take just one question to get you
He got it. He
back
said
up.
he got
Okay,
it.
good.
At least he got the code. Terry, you and Marty look like you enjoyed that double blind last night.
Okay, we have Tammy and Charles fighting it out for first, Alan and OU Mark in second, and Wilmington and Mitch in third.
Got Mr. Ritchie said he had to crank his TV volume in order to hear us.
Huh. I have it at 100%, Mr. Ritchie. Mary, I'm wondering, do you have connectivity issues like satellite internet or anything like that where you live? I know before we moved to where we lived, my satellite internet would always kick me off of things like this. So we got Gandy in first, Joe B in second, Hazmat Compton in third at the moment. Great job.
Mr. Josh Jones says, good choice on the mics, very clear. Well, you know, Josh, we know that. Mike or Duck Brian.
Got you, Mike.
Thanks for the super chat, Mike.
Okay, good. Mr. Ritchie said no biggie. Thank you. Never had any issues. Mary, I would just have Rick try to log back in to it using the code. I apologize. Night, whiskey sippers.
Have a good one, Todd. Thanks for joining us. Saw something. No, I lost it. Oh, anybody that is going to be looking for a live stream to watch Friday night, going to have Mike and Mark back with me. Not going to disclose too much information. It's going to be a fun one. We will be drinking some Knob Creek though.
Yep, I'll have a thumbnail out there.
Gonna be a thumbnail?
Yeah,
Okay,
so
so
it's
when
on
the
there.
thumbnail hits, you guys will get an idea what's going on.
Yep, so we have Joe B in first at the moment, Gandy in second, Tamara, in third. Good job.
David Tanko, I think, was turning in also for the night. Cheers, David. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, cheers.
Unless he was telling whiskey sippers good night. But
Oh, that might be.
George,
Perfect.
thank you for the super chat,
Good.
sir. We really appreciate that.
Yes, George, thank you.
Yes, someone did say ducks.
I think everybody has so much fun with the ducks, and I can never win a duck race, no matter how I try.
We really can't. We can't win anything really. So. Okay, David's not leaving.
Okay. Tamara's jumped up in first. We have Hazmat in second and Mark in third. Great job.
My sound guy down there playing with the cork on his bullet.
Trying to sound like a duck.
That was good though. That did sound a little bit like a duck.
It did. Right in the perfect timing. He's doing the sound effects.
Seriously, we do want to give a shout out to our friend Andy. He's the audio guy. I called him and asked him some questions about some things we were looking at trying to fix the audio issues we were having, because everybody knows we were having audio issues. And I think he's got us fixed up pretty good, so.
Yep. Think so. They look good up there too.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got way more mics than we ever thought we needed.
Okay, Hazmat jumped in first. Tamara in second. Charles in third. Great job.
Troy, I can't add anything to that because Shona did this research, so.
Yeah, I was just going by what AI told me, and I seen it on several other things, and part of it was Jack Daniels was the best top selling, and mostly because every Jack and Cokes is the top selling, so the bars use it a lot. I was just going by what I had, so I apologize if it was wrong.
Josh passed along a big old hearty good job to you, Andy.
Yes. Hazmat still in first. Tamara in second. Charlie in third. What'd you end up pouring tonight?
Sagamore double.
Hmm.
No, double. Double. Just double. I'm sorry. I got thinking about what's in the Glen Wednesday.
Yeah.
Rattling out there that double.
I love that you love what's in the Glen Wednesday so much now.
It's one show. Let's not get carried away. So unless we're gonna have a magical bottle every week.
Hazmat keeping the lead. Charles in second, and Charles and Mark in second, and Jaden in third. William Hall said, in the world threw me. Figured Japan would jump Wild Turkey 101 up a few notches.
Cheers, Mr. Monk. Thanks for joining us.
Is that a big seller over in Japan? I don't know what is a huge
Yeah,
seller in
I don't
Japan,
know
but
what would be.
Wild Turkey 101 must be.
Must be. I was never fortunate enough to get to go there. I sailed off the East Coast, so we didn't get to see the good ports like that.
Okay, we have Hazmat still in the lead. Charles in second and Mark in third. Last question, everyone. It'd help if I hit that button.
They flew through that, didn't they?
They did. John, shoot the shoe.
Oh, if Mark sees that, he's going to really appreciate that, John. Is Mark still playing? Have you seen his name in the
Yeah, he's still
scores?
playing. Yeah,
Okay. There's a comment.
he was in the top three.
There's a comment in the chat for you, Mark. Pales in comparison.
It's cute. Okay, and our winner is Hazmat Compton. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Hazmat Compton.
Hazmat, I'm not sure if I have your mailing address. If I have never shipped you anything before, which I'm not thinking I have, I will need you to send me your information at cask529info@gmail.com. That way I can get that shipped out to you. Congratulations.
I put that email in the chat. If you don't know Hazmat, I'm in there as Gemini Custom Designs. So I put the email in there.
And Troy was so close to a 529. He had a 523. So
Can't
close.
get too much closer without hitting it.
Tamara, thank you for that. I'm getting ready to enter those ducks right now.
Thank you, Tamara.
Just give me a second. I'll have those up there. Well, maybe a little bit longer in a second. It'd take
Mark
me-
says he's already got Stump to Chump ready for Friday. I'll bet that's going to be a good round of Stump to Chump.
I can't wait to put the thumbnail out there. I'll try to get that out there tonight because
You
It's
guys
gonna
are
be-
gonna not want to miss this show.
the guys are going to have a lot of fun with it, I think.
Last night we had a little group text going, talking about which knob creeks we each had. And I know that we collectively have far more knob creeks than we need to drink in any type of a show. So I'm not sure what bottles will make the cut. Charlie, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. He said duck please.
Sure thing. Thank you.
Hopefully you'll get to watch it, John. It's going to be a good one.
All right, I'm gonna switch the screens over just so you guys can see. Try to scroll down. I have Wilmington in there 4 times, Gandy, Hunter, Charles in there a couple times, Rick, Rob, Richie, Mike in there a couple times, George in there 4 times, Tamara in there once, and Bourbon and Balls. Did I miss anybody's name?
Mark says, I wonder who chose the name for Friday. So I want everybody to know, Mark, I'm going to give you credit, man. It's been months ago. We were down here on probably an after hours, after one of our lives, and we were throwing around ideas, and Mark came up. There's
Life from the patio.
for a couple ducks.
Let me go back here.
Mark came up with this idea involving Knob Creek, and Mike and I were on board immediately, and everybody else was like, yeah, that sounds really cool. So finally, months later, it's going to happen.
Okay, I
It's
got it for
killing me not to tell
60
you what it
seconds.
is.
You can tell them I'm going to be posting
No,
it.
I'm not. They'll see the. Okay, I'll tell
right.
them.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and set the clock for 60 seconds and get the ducks started, and you can talk about it as soon as I shuffle them up a few times.
So,
Good luck, everybody.
good luck, everybody. So, Mark said everybody is probably familiar with, or most everybody is familiar with the HBO special, Schitt's Creek. So, we are doing a Knob Creek show, and our scoring is going to be really simple. It's either going to be a Knob Creek bottle or it's going to be a Schitt's Creek bottle.
And they've all got their own names.
And we all have names.
I think it'll be a fun live.
Yeah, it should be a good time. Should be a
Okay.
good time.
Getting down to 20 seconds. Now's the time. Everybody needs to speed up. And now
wanna
I
bet-
love
wanna bet on
Wilmington.
my screen because there's a delay, so I can.
Wilmington Piper.
Uh-oh.
Shauna angry typing.
I read the Uh-oh, Gandy.
Oh, oh.
Uh-oh.
Wilmington Piper's coming in there.
Way to go.
Great job, Wilmington.
Good job. Congratulations.
Get that shipped out to you. Congrats. All right, let me switch.
Stephen. I couldn't remember who that was, Stephen. I thought it was you, but I couldn't remember who always brought that up.
Okay, so as soon as we hop off of here, I will get the results posted. Give me 20 minutes or so, get those added up. I'll
Yep.
get them posted out on the Patreon page, out on the community tab, and on the Discord. And
So how before we get off here, how did the audio sound okay? Kind of curious as to whether or not we need to tweak anything. I know that Rick had some issues with connectivity on the game. Unfortunately, that's a third party. We can't control that.
yeah, it stinks. I know it happens
Yeah.
every week. I'm not going to lie to you. I've already paid for an annual subscription for this one. And so maybe once that comes to the end,
Yeah.
I'll look at maybe a different one. But honestly, until the annual subscription's up, I really don't want to switch over.
Terry said the sound was great.
Perfect.
Mr. Mom said sounds good.
Awesome.
Terry sounded great. Okay, sounds like we got it. Sounds like Andy got the audio figured out.
He did. It wasn't us. It was Andy.
I said we, and I was like, we didn't do nothing.
Could
Matt
hear me
said it was
typing.
a little quiet. Could hear Shauna typing,
Angry typing.
but nothing that was a big deal.
Awesome.
Rick said volume was very low.
I wonder how we can that go up any, Andy, a little bit?
Miker said sounded fantastic at his
Okay.
house.
Okay. All right. Good news is we did not lose audio, and that is
That's
a win.
major win right there. That's a big win.
Well, perfect. Well, thanks everybody for joining us for Whiskey Trivia. We'll be back. Well, the guys will be back on Friday night, but we'll be back next Wednesday with the third round.
Congratulations to all the winners tonight.
Yes. To Charlie for the first round, and Hazmat for the second round, and Wilmington for the Ducks. congrats, everybody.
So thanks everybody, and until Friday night, be safe.
Yes, thank you.